Hey guys, I'm John with Hops and Brews, and today I have a beer that is technically illegal to purchase in Oregon. This is River North's Double Barrel Aged The Last Guardian. This is the 2024 vintage, coming in at 22.2%. With something this big, I'm going to need me and some friends to check this beer out. River North's Last Guardian comes in at a 22.2% ABV, a 0 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of, I don't know, because it's not even in Untappd yet. All right. Oh my gosh, that is rich honey malt. I actually get orange, esters, and spice notes. So that is interesting. So it's a double barrel aged Abbey style ale. You definitely smell that Abbey yeast.
Last Guardian double barrel aged from River North. Sorry, I'm under the watchful eye to not take too much here. Super cloudy. Barley wine levels of raisin. That's on the nose. Kind of some other dark fruity.
Oh, pour away. You guys all had a good share? Or is that not? There's a little bit left. Oh, well, I don't know if it's that good. All right. Well, it intrigued me just off the start with just like what the contents that are in here. And I do like a good Abbey ale, so I'm expecting this is going to be absolutely delicious. So let's try her out. The appearance is beautiful, by the way. Oh, wow. It's like sweet sorghum, like maybe a little rye in there. Nice malty mash. Maybe a little grassiness too, a little hay. Maybe just a slight. But yeah, that spice note on there is lovely. That's pretty good.
All right, so what do we have here? The Last Guardian, River North, double barrel aged. Actually, I did not look to see what this was. Abbey style ale. All right, I love Abbey style ales, and just think, already open, good. Ooh, yes, in there. Right off the bat, I kind of get almost a licorice smell to it, a licorice note with some sweet malt. I mean, you can smell the sweet malt.
Ooh, actually I get a lot of wood. I get a lot of woody characteristics to this. It's not as sweet as I thought. There's nice bittering notes to this. This is actually a lot more complex than I thought it would be. And it's not as thick as I thought it would be. It looks thick, but it's medium body. It's a little bit under the viscosity of chewing, I would say. It's not quite a chewy beer.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Boy, that warms up as it falls down, doesn't it? That's gonna take a couple more sips. There's a lot of bourbon in that. There's a lot of bourbon in that. Very chewy. I'm gonna double down on my plum raisin kind of flavor profile. Very chewy, very thick bodied. What else?
It's pretty flat, so I'm gonna guess it's pretty high ABV, so it's gonna be more like a liqueur or something. It's not gonna be like beer, bubbly and stuff.
22.2.
Wow. Well, right off the bat, there's like almost like some maple syrup notes going on in there. Nice and sweet, malty, good viscosity. Doesn't drink like a heavy beer at all, honestly. This drink.
Oh man, definitely I get, let me try this again. This is delicious, by the way. This is very good. Not as thick as I thought it was gonna be. Big toffee notes at the end. A little bit of plum raisin to front. If you inhale when you drink it, that licorice flavor, very slight, like right up the front. Pop of black licorice, and then it kind of melds into like raisin. Very complex, very interesting. I really like it.
There's this sweetness and this woodiness all coming in, and then in the middle, you taste like this honey. There's like a honey malt in the middle and the back end, and it's very nice. It's so smooth. There's a hair alcoholic flavor at the minuscule back end. It's very dangerous. Honestly, I could probably split this with 2 people instead of the 3 I brought. They're not looking. I'm gonna take some more. There's just this really good Abbey spice notes is what really comes through. I am really surprised of how well that comes through.
What else is that in there? There's something right near the top. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly what that is, because like I said, there's that dark fruit up front. There's nothing but bourbon in the back. There's something on the mid flavor. I almost want to go like a nutty, like a chestnut kind of flavor. Peanutty, but nutty at its core, and just a lot of bourbon. not the worst thing I've had this year. I'm gonna go, if you like barley wines, this is a barley wine right up front. And it is big, it is bold, it is super dark, it's chewy. The middle of the flavor is what's given me just a little bit of trouble. And I think it's because I'm enjoying the other two sides of it so much, and that middle flavor just kind of hits and then fades right away. And
Drink's like a 12%er in my books. Kind of tastes on the back end, like kind of gets in the back of your tongue, a little dry note from the alcohol evaporating, but it's well crafted. Just picking up like carob, like sorghum, a little rye. There's a little spice note in there. It's sweet, it's mild, it's malty. There's a little pruny, a little plum, a little pruny note in there. Maybe like dried fig, maybe. So yeah, very good beer. I think it's a top shelf for sure.
This is a very complex beer and tasty. And at, what is it, 22%? 22.2%, you will not notice it. This is an extremely dangerous beer. I can take sip after sip after sip and not notice it. Yes, this is definitely something you want to share with somebody, but I could also see myself finishing a bottle by myself easily. This is that good. Oh man, yeah, I really love that complexity of flavor. It's just little notes of molasses in there too. I guess that kind of dovetails into the toffee. But yeah, I get like a pop of black licorice, molasses, toffee, raisin plums. Kind of how the roller coaster goes for me. Freedom, it's enough.
And what you're left with is what tastes like straight bourbon. Not hints of bourbon, not the LaCroix essence of bourbon. It tastes like I'm drinking bourbon. It is a little malty, a little caramel, very dry and very boozy towards the back end of things. There was some bourbon left at the bottom of the barrel before they poured this one in. That's for damn sure. All right.
It just hits you right away at the beginning, and there's just maltiness. Honestly, I said it was overly complex, but it's actually not. It's, once you think about it, it's not superly complex. If you know about the styles of beer, it has this really nice spicy malt yeast flavor to it at the very beginning. There's this rich honeyness that starts to build in the middle, and it finishes with that malty sweetness at the end. And like I said, there's a hint of an alcohol flavor, but it's 22.2%. So it doesn't taste like 22.2%. It tastes more like 13, 14%. That's dangerous. I really like this beer. Let's see what everyone else likes. All right, so the River North Last Guardian Double Barrel Aged Vintage 2024 coming in at 22.2%. I think we all thoroughly enjoyed this beer.
Wonderful.
Very good beer. We all had similar notes. I think a lot of people said the dark fruit aspect, the fig, the raisin, type of plum.
I think all three of us had plum.
Yeah. I gave it like a dark honey note. And then the idea of the booziness, you tasted, but it was still thin and easy to drink.
Oh yeah, it's definitely you can taste the alcohol in there, but it's not like a bourbon you would drink or anything burning like that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's not offensive.
No,
right.
No,
22%.
Yeah, no.
You can tell it's a heavy hitter, but it drinks so smooth.
It drinks super smooth. Yes, exactly.
That's smooth.
Yeah,
Very smooth.
Very smooth.
Very smooth. No, Steve and I
dangerously smooth.
Steve and I both said it was so dangerous that we could have just drank it by ourselves.
I have had, like you said, 12%ers that are about this same level.
Yeah.
And if I pop over a pint of a 12%, yeah, I'm going to sit there all night and drink it. But I could drink the whole thing myself. Like, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. If this wasn't distilled at Abbey, I could guess not. I was like, it just tastes like it came straight from some handcrafted monk Abbey, honestly.
Yeah, no, that was one thing I did taste. Like, I was able to. I tasted the Belgian yeast, like the spicy notes. I think you hinted on.
I hinted a little bit of spice.
Susan on that too. You're like the back of the throat.
Yeah.
No, I thought this is just well crafted.
Yeah. Now that you say Belgian, it's screaming.
It screams Belgian.
Yeah.
So if you're in the market and in the lookout for an extremely high Abbey Belgian Ale, River North is putting out some amazing beers. Go check them out. We got 4 people here that highly would recommend this beer.
Absolutely recommend.
Yeah.
Highly well crafted.
Cheers.
See you guys.